Well, good afternoon, Alan, and we're here again to talk about what will be the Chancellor's last ever March budget. So grateful if we could just get your thoughts and reflections on what it means for Northern Ireland.
Yep, thanks, Warren. Well, the first headline for Northern Ireland is that there'll be an extra £120 million allocated. This comes in the form of an extra £90 million in departmental day-to-day spending, and also an extra £30 million in capital spending. And this will come across the next 4 years, and it comes on top of the extra £250 million that's allocated to Northern Ireland in the autumn statement. So overall, we've got an extra £370 million to spend over the next 4 years. This still represents overall a decrease in real terms once inflation is taken into account.
Okay, and then there were some changes to national insurance rates as well. What do you think the impact of that will be on the economy in Northern Ireland?
Well, the changes to national insurance contributions come with an increase in national insurance contribution rates for self-employed workers. Now, there's 125,000 self-employed workers in Northern Ireland, around 14% of the total workforce. So this will have an effect of an extra 60 pence per week on average in terms of their contributions. However, the burden of this increase will fall on self-employed workers that earn above average wages. So in effect, given that wages in Northern Ireland, despite growing at a faster rate than any other UK region, they're still lower than the UK average. So most self-employed workers in Northern Ireland may in fact be better off from April 2018 onwards.
Well, okay, and then nothing specific about the Northern Ireland Rate of Corporation Tax, but a reconfirmation of what's going to happen to the UK rate?
Yep, so the UK rate is confirmed to fall to 17% from 2020, and the Chancellor noted that it's up to the NI Executive to get itself on a sound financial footing in order to enable the Treasury to transfer those powers across.
Okay, right, so no change there, because that has been the prerequisite for a couple of years now.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
And the last thing to note, really of interest for Northern Ireland, is firstly the introduction of the T levels that the Chancellor announced, and it'll be interesting to watch if the NI colleges and educational bodies follow suit with those changes in England, and also the extra £300 million in funding for STEM PhD places and fellowships. And again, the Northern Ireland universities will be watching that very closely.
Okay.
And so in terms of tax implications for Northern Ireland, is there anything that you notice from the budget?
Well, I think really this is a sort of steady as she goes budget with very little by way of any significant tax changes. As we've come to expect, a lot of confirmations and reconfirmations of previously announced measures, corporation tax being one of them. The main significant new change to tax is one that you've already touched on already, which is the increase in Class 4 national insurance. Part of this wider review the government is doing into business structures. The Chancellor said today that due to the disparity of taxation between employees in companies and self-employed people, that is going to cost the Exchequer something like £10 billion a year in tax in the future. And clearly this review is going to look at that tax differential and see if there is a more effective, more efficient way of dealing with employment from a tax perspective. We've already seen, I think, some of the initial changes that we might expect, because we've seen new measures brought into place in the public sector in respect of personal services companies, and to basically bring personal services companies operating in that sector of the economy fully into the PAY and national insurance regime. So I think we'll see more changes like that as the Taylor Review develops. So that concludes our summary of the budget implications for Northern Ireland. We will be reconvening in a similar forum in 6 or 7 months' time for what will be the first of the revamped autumn budgets. And clearly that budget will be of particular interest because it will be the first one that the Chancellor will be bringing forwards post the invocation of Article 50. So I look forward to discussing the implications of the autumn budget with you in a few months' time.